Good morning. It's Margaret at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. Well, this morning I am all by myself. We have Denise out. She's not feeling good. Everybody wish her to feel better soon. And we have nobody else at the shop yet this morning. So if the phone rings, I apologize. That's just going to be the way we're going to roll this morning. So we have a wonderful giveaway today, and you know every week what we try to do, and maybe there's some new folks if you aren't aware of it. If you want to go ahead and share our Facebook Live to your friends on your feed, if you hit the share button and then you go into the comments and you let us know you shared, you can win a wonderful prize just like Capri did last week. Now, she was really surprised because I think, they see us give these things away and they really wonder, do we actually do it? Well, we do, and we pick out your name and you can be the winner. So this week, what we have is a wonderful little not fat quarters, this is a charm pack. This is a charm pack from Benetech, and it's got cute little sewing stuff on it. And it is Words to Quilt By is the name of this line by Cherry. I'm going to just give it up to you guys to figure out how to pronounce her last name correctly because I don't want to butcher it. So we have this wonderful giveaway today, and so make sure you let us know. And I'm going to set this aside right now. And guess what we have today? We finally got our floor models of the Kaffe sewing machines. Special edition. We've got this beautiful 770. Now, we have it all set up with the embroidery, but you don't necessarily have to get it with the embroidery. You can get it just the machine by itself, but it does seem kind of a shame not to get it with the embroidery because this comes with a huge embroidery package. You are going to get the V9 software. You are going, a full version, guys. You're going to get that. You're going to get the cases, which are very unique and very beautiful, but they're made to the same quality that Bernina always does with their cases. And I have searched and looked for other cases, and there isn't really anything that compares to a Bernina case to take your very precious Bernina machines in. I know they seem like they might be pricey, but they are totally worth the money because they are made so well. You've got this gorgeous machine, of course, you're going to get, but I want to point out something to you. In the decorative stitching, there is your own file of just Kaffe designs in the decorative stitching. So if we click on that, there are 3 pages of designs that you can use that were designed by Kaffe specifically for this machine. And nobody else is going to have these. Look at that cool design. We did one of them on this. Very adorable. It's got this lovely shell pattern and it's very pretty. And so I want you to know that you're going to get some really special things. When you buy the embroidery part of this, you're going to get 6 sets of designs that are ones you get in on a flash drive and you'll put in and be able to embroider on your machine. So this is the package that you're getting. Oh, you get a whole package of our big box of embroidery stabilizers and thread, and so you'll have everything you need to get started. And you know what else you get? You're going to get classes, and we're going to be here for you. And you're going to be able to call us and say, Margaret, I'm having problems with this, and we'll be able to walk you through it and be able to help you figure it out. So that's, oh, you know what? I didn't talk about, I don't know where it went to, Dave. Where happened to the fabric? Oh, you moved it. You moved it. So this beautiful group of fabric comes with the 770 also. That's why that's there. So that comes with that. Then, say you already have a 770 and you're not really wanting to change, but you'd love to still have some really great fun with some Kaffe things. Look at this cute little 475.
Now back to the 770, Margaret. Would you let them trade in their 770 for a Kaffe 770?
Of course I would. Of course I would. That is just fine. Don't worry about it. If you've just bought a machine last year, had no idea these were coming out, and I didn't have any idea they were coming out, so you couldn't have. So if you didn't know they were coming out and you already got a 770 plus and you want this one instead, or maybe you have an older 770 and you were hoping to go ahead and get that. Well, guess what, guys? If you're going to get a 770, why not get the 770 plus with all the Kaffe designs on it? So you are just set up and ready to go. Fabulous way I mean, what an amazing upgrade. You can get your embroidery, you can get all the Kaffe designs, you can get everything. And it's such a gorgeous group of things. And you know what? I'm happy to do that. I know some shops will not do something like that because they kind of consider it a lateral move. I don't mind about that. I had someone last year when they saw the crystal editions come out, they had just bought a 790 8 months before. But they had bought a plain Jane 790 and she wanted that crystal edition. We traded it for her. It's not a big deal. We can do that. And we will give you a great trade-in amount on something like that because there's always that person out here looking for a really good deal on a Bernina sewing machine, so I can sell that. That's not a problem. So make sure that you think about that. Now, let's talk about this sweet girl. She is gorgeous in teal. Now, ladies, if you've got a granddaughter or a daughter that you were thinking about buying a sewing machine, how much fun would it be to open this box up on Christmas morning? I can't think of a better Christmas present. And by the way, Dave, that's a hint. So this gorgeous little machine, she is so pretty. And she also comes with her own decorative. I goofed up here, guys. Let's go back to sewing. What did I get into here? Let's try that. Oh, by the way, I changed the screen color because I thought the pink would look prettier. So what I did was just do that. But if you go over the decorative designs and you go to the bottom, there we go. Decorative Designs by Kaffe. Beautiful decorative designs that you can have that nobody else will. Check these out. They are so pretty. Look at that. And you know, it is just so much fun to play with your decorative designs. If you haven't done it recently, I recommend that you look at getting some 12 weight thread. It will go through a size 14 needle without any problems, and you can go ahead and sew up your decorative designs using 12 weight thread. It's about the weight of top stitching thread, and what it does is it makes those designs really pop. We have 2 different brands of that available to you. We have 50-yard spools in our sulky petites that are a 12 weight, and we also have brand new that we just got in, some spaghetti and fruity from Wonderful. Spaghetti is solids, and Wonderful, they're both by Wonderful. The spaghetti is a solid and the fruity is the variegated threads. And you can go online right now and take a look at all those different wonderful threads because you, I'm guessing, either own a Bernina or you're thinking about one. Check out the threads that you can use in all the gorgeous colors, and you will be able to do decorative threads and designs that you will just have, they will stand out and they'll be gorgeous. And we're going to show you a little bit with those kind of threads here in a few minutes on the counterpoint jacket that we have for Gail Yellen's class. And Alice has made us a gorgeous sample for that I get to show you today. Notice with our Kaffe machines that each of them has these gorgeous bags that go with it. This one is the perfect go to your retreat, go to your sewing class, take it with you. Fabulous. So you can take this, but you also get a soft cover that you can put over it when you're not sewing so it doesn't end up with all the dust all over it. So help you clean at least a little bit. So I just wanted to point out that with this particular machine, you're going to get the travel bag and the soft cover along with the lovely machine. Now, to celebrate all this, and notice all the beautiful balloons and everything that are out here. You guys have probably seen me go on Saturdays with Caitlin. Thank her for that, because I am not a balloon person, and she was like so excited about the balloons, and she wanted to make it look gorgeous in here, and I think she just nailed it. I want you to know that we can go ahead and we can send you a flyer on the Kaffe machine if you would like, so that you can see all the things that come with it and which way you would want to go, if you want to add the embroidery or not. So let us know if you would like that flyer. And by the way, everybody, on the universityofsewing.com, all the prices are right there. So you can go ahead and see everything. So the price for the machines, the $475 and the $770 both are all there. Now the $770, it's in the description. You have to read it because there's so much detail. I don't want you to miss out on anything. But I wanted to point out that we have now got a lot of really lovely Kaffe fabric, and we have some in back quarter bundles, and then these are some of the 44-inch wide fabrics we've got. I think we picked out some really beautiful ones. Did you guys know this was a Kaffe fabric? I had no idea. I thought this was so gorgeous. Can you see it as a beautiful button-down blouse? I mean, and by the way, this fabric feels amazing. There's so many beautiful things here. And you know, I really love Kaffe's fabric, but my eyes want to calm down a little bit sometimes. So I was seeing these beautiful fabrics and adding some solids with it. And I think that could really work too. But if you really want to go the whole Kaffe experience, just start adding all the colors together. So that seems to be his thing. Today is September the 30th. I had to look at the calendar twice. I had no idea that we were at the end of September. I'm thinking I had one more day. Well, we do have one more day. We are going to take and let you go ahead and take advantage of our customer appreciation sale one more day. We are going to go and extend it for October 1st, because it's like going into the weekend. How can we start the new sale? We're going to start the new sale on October 1st that Bernina's got, but we're going to go ahead and let you go ahead and continue if you want to purchase the 05 Academy, or if you want to get the B37, or get the B38. It cuts your threads for you. So you can get any one of these machines still at the customer appreciation sale for one more day. So come in tomorrow. Clean us out of these, you guys. It's great prices. They will not be cheaper this year. So get this one of these for yourself, or get for a Christmas present. Have these ready to go for that time of year. Or if you have been thinking about a machine and you've just been kind of hesitating, we're talking that this one, I'm going to look, because if I say the wrong price, I'll feel dumb. So, okay. Yeah, I thought so. The 05 Academy is only $349. The 37 is only $449. And this cute little 38 that has the cutter and does all the nice stuff that we hope out of our machines, it's only $649. So these are great deals right now. And since I'm going ahead and letting you have it for one day, you'll see it's still on the website for one day. So after Saturday, they're gone. And these prices are back up to their normal prices. So make sure that you really think about that, because I think it's a great deal. Now, remember what else is on the sale. We have software at 25% off. What a great deal is that? You've got embroidery units, 25% off. And then the big books. If you have not, let me see if I can find it. If you have not bought the big book of stitches, every single person that I have talked to has bought this, has loved it. So if you haven't bought this yet, 25% off, guys. Wonderful deal. And you know what? If you haven't bought the big book of feet, why are you waiting? Right now is a great time to get that. So 25% off of all those big books. If you've got a long arm, Get the big book of long arm stitching. If you're talking about you do a lot of machine quilting, these books have been so helpful to our customers. And you know what? If you read through and you don't understand something, all you have to do is come in and talk to us, and we will be happy to help you figure it out. So they are really good deals. The embroidery units, you've got a 5 series, you've got a 7 series, you've got, what are you waiting on? You can get that high-speed embroidery unit. We've got them both in the 5 series and the 7 series. So really, really good deals, guys. And you know what? If you're just thinking about putting your toes in the water with embroidery, don't forget, we still have some of the older embroidery units. They're not going to go as fast, so they won't be as intimidating. And you can get them at quite a deal from us right now. Just go on the website and look up the prices. It's really easy to find.
And we have a few pre-owned ones that are even better.
And we have some pre-owned ones that are even less expensive. So if you're thinking about tipping your toes in here, you realize that if you own a 535, a 570, a 590, a 770, a 735, and a 790, all of them have embroidery capabilities, which means that you just plug in the embroidery unit and you're ready to go. So this is a really good time to get the big book of embroidery. It's a really good time to get the embroidery units. So think about that. But last but not least, the feet. If you have been hesitating on the feet, right now you can go and get whatever feet you want, and the second one is 50% off. Now, I will tell you, to get that special pricing, you have to call us. The computer system just balks at that. They can't figure out a way to do it. So just call us and say, hey, I want a number 16 gathering foot, and I want a number 20 foot so that I have those 2 feet. Maybe you want a walking foot and you want something else. This is a good time to buy it because you're going to get that second foot for 50% off. So it's a really good deal. So we are going to wind our way over here. Oh, Dave, I'm going to go grab something here real quick. All right.
And what do you have back on the Q24?
Hey, guys. I've actually been sewing. This past 2 weeks, I've actually sewn a few things. I have a new quilt top ready to go. So I'm going to do, this is, if you're, I don't know what they're seeing, Dave. So can they see the quilt top?
Yes.
Okay. So that is Amanda Murphy's Winter Village panel. And I took 2 of the panels. And because the panels aren't really marked except for at the bottom, they have a little tiny line. So I did that. I put several borders around it. It ended up being 64 inches by 84 because it's for some taller relatives in the family. And I wanted them to have a cool little quilt that they could throw on the couch for winter. I'm going to back it with some flannel and a thin batting, and we are going to get ready to quilt that next week. I'm going to tell you something. For those of you who have long arms, I got off the phone here earlier this week with Denise Jones and learned all kinds of things. I now know how to find the designs in Art and Stitch and make them able to be stitched out, and then I know how to transfer them over to Qmatic. So maybe we need to spend a little bit of time on that next week, Dave, showing people how that works, because that'll be really fun. It's really simple. It takes a couple of steps, but I'll go through it pretty simply. And there's also a wonderful blog post. I actually sent a email about it yesterday, I believe, that talks about how you can transfer these designs from Art and Stitch and bring them over to your Qmatic and be able to stitch them out. So I'm having a lot of fun, and I'll let you guys see what we're working on next week, because I'm going to do some wonderful edge-to-edge quilting, but I'm not going to do it all with one design. So I like to play with that and see how it goes. So we will hopefully have that all set up for next Friday's show. Now, the next thing I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget to do is remind you to share our videos. Our videos, when you share them with people, We have folks who get things from us from Hawaii to Maine, and from Seattle to San Antonio. Yeah, the last 2 days we've had 2 orders from Texas.
Don't forget about New York.
Well, never forget about New York. So I wonder, is my friend Elaine watching?
She is.
Elaine, welcome and thank you for watching us
and
once
Debbie.
again. And Debbie. Oh, they're both so sweet. I really appreciate it. So guys, we are putting your name into the drawing for this adorable 5 charm. This is a 42 piece charm pack, and it is all about words to quilt by. So there's some cute little thimble designs in this. It's got the pretty little sewing machines, and then it's got some other very nice designs. The colors are very pretty, and we're going to give this away. So I'm going to remind you to share on your Facebook feed, and then make sure you go down into the comments and let us know you shared, because that way we put your name into the, because some people might not realize this, but what happens is if you've properly set up your privacy settings, you may not want everybody to know everything about you just because you decide to watch me today on Facebook Live. And so if you let me know in the comments, then what we do is we direct message you. And we let you know if you've won. And so we are happy to do that. And we want you to keep your privacy settings private. And we, after you win something here, we'd love to be able to put you on our email list so that you know what we've got going on. And you will know what we've got going on. Because there's always different sales. And we sell apparel fabric. We sell garment fabric. And we sell all kinds of threads and interesting things. And we would hope that you'd want to hear from us. So just let us know when you do win, or if you want to be on our email list, let us know. You can just message us, and we'll be happy to put you on that email list.
Margaret, did you make what you're wearing today?
I didn't exactly. Okay, so what happened with this is I bought the top, and then I got it home, and I went, oh, I don't like that length. It kind of freaked me out because I thought it was longer than what it was. And it's really beautiful, and I really like the print on the fabric. And they did this really cool rolled hem on it, very nicely done. Sometimes that's not nicely done. So they did a nice job on that. And they did the rolled hem also on the bottom. So what happened then is I looked at that length and went, oh, Margaret, that's too short. That's showing your belly off. And I didn't want to show my belly off. So what I did is we had some beautiful linen knit, which I thought was a nice lightweight and not real heavy. So I took a piece of this and I went and added it to the front and the back. And I think it worked really well. So I'm really pleased. What I did was I cut it on both sides. I did a rolled hem on the bottom, and I just serged it at the top, and then I just stitched it in place. And so I made it longer, and so I was able, it could have been one of those things where I'd had to return it because I didn't like the way it looked. But I think this ended up making it look really cute. So I'm really happy with it now. And, a lot of times when we look through our wardrobe, we think, oh, is there any, I really love the fabric, or I really love something about a garment, and we need a way to maybe fix it. You've got those decorative stitches on your Bernina sewing machine. If you get a serger, you are going to be able to do something like this to go ahead and add to, because this top isn't a knit. This is a woven, but the knit on the bottom was just so flowy and pretty. It worked. I thought about wovens, but they wouldn't have flowed the same way. So it ended up being a better choice. I actually tried 2 different things. I tried gathering the fabric, and oh no, that didn't look right. It looked really kind of silly. So, but then when I made it flat, it really just ended up flowing nice. And over here, this came to a point. Well, if I would have tried to see how the garment came to a point, if I would have tried to make it go around, then the only way you could really do that is if you gathered everything. Well, it just added too much bulk and too much fluff, and I don't need any more fluff in that part of my body. So I made it 2 separate pieces, and it actually worked really well. What I did not get it solved the first time I tried it. Like I said, I originally was just going to gather a circle piece onto it, and then when I realized I had those points, it didn't work. So it was very much a trial and error thing. I nailed the fabric pretty quickly, but I didn't nail the design right away. So sometimes you have to take and try a couple things. That's why I'm big into basting stuff in place, because if I would have sewn it on permanently, it would have been a lot more trouble to remove it. So I just basted it initially to take a look at it, and I only think I did maybe like this part of it, and I put it on and I didn't like the ruffle and all the extra fabric. It seemed to take away from the lightness of the top. So I do things like this all the time and have a lot of fun. And that is actually a great segue into something. I am going to be doing a a virtual measuring class. You guys can take it. You can take it wherever you're at. You just have to be available on Monday afternoons to be able to take it. It starts on October the 10th, and it goes from 1 to 2 o'clock. It's just an hour. And what we're going to do is 4 sessions. We're going to go over different parts of you that we're going to measure. I'm going to show you how to do some pattern alterations in those areas. And we're going to talk about things like, what length do you like stuff? How do you want something to look on your body? I have forward shoulders. It's really obvious on a lot of clothes that I try on. How do I fix that? I'm really short and I have short arms. But I've always had big muscles in my biceps, and so I have bigger arms. So how do I fix that? Different things like this. We can talk about all those things. And the nice thing about this is the class isn't going to be huge. I've limited the number of participants, and what we're going to do is we'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes at the most watching a video. Then we can talk about the measurements, or we can talk about the measurements from the week before, or we can talk about problems that you've had and how you can correct them for fitting garments. So there's a lot to be available from that particular class. Our class schedule is getting to be really fun, and it's really something I've wanted for a long time. And right now we are doing a lot of classes. For the month of October, we have 18 of them listed right now. So if you haven't gone onto the calendar and looked at it, you should. We do not do a ton of video or virtual classes. I'm going to add a little bit more of those as we go along. But this is the first one with the measuring you, because it's kind of the place where if you don't have accurate measurements of your body, making clothes that fit you well is a little bit difficult. So let's talk about another event we've got coming up. We've got Gail Patrice Yellen coming into town, and she's going to be here for 2 days. The first day is going to be a serger kind of exclusive class where if you have a machine that does serging, it can be obviously a combo machine, but if it does serging, you will want to come to this because you will be making a really cute table runner. And we put the kits together for you. Everything is included in this class price. You're going to get your fusible batting, your decorative threads, your beautiful fabrics for this. And we've got a lot of different choices for you to pick. And so also you're going to get lunch. We're going to do door prizes that day, and we're always going to have some snacks and some drinks for you also during the class. So that's the Friday class on October 21st. Then on Saturday, we have the counterpoint jacket, and I was telling you that Ellis did a gorgeous sample for us. And so this particular jacket is made using some of your serger techniques, but mostly your cover stitch techniques. And she's done some really gorgeous designs on this. And so it is she's gone and added beading and made it very beautiful and colorful. By the way, this is one of the fabric colors you could choose. And you can choose your own thread colors so that if you like something that's a little less fancy, you could go, we have a couple of denims that you could use. If you like a specific color, I've got a gorgeous green wool that we're going to be able to use for this class if you want. I have a beautiful twill, white twill that is just lovely that you can use. We've also got a number of different, we have some wools, some silks, just some different things. And any one of those, again, included in the class price. And you're going to get your lunch, you're going to get door prizes, we're going to do all those things. Plus, with the counterpoint jacket class, you even get something better. We have made up samples in every single size of this jacket so that you can come in, you can try the jacket pattern on, the size on that we think you have, and then we'll write down the things you need to change on your pattern, and we'll get that done and we'll help you with that. And then you will be ready to cut out the pattern pieces, serge around the outside edges, and bring them for class on Saturday the 22nd. So if you're thinking about doing this, it might be a good idea to sign up sooner rather than later so you have time to do the prep work. So just some thoughts there. We've got that all available. I know we've had some friends of ours who are coming in from Louisville area. We had another one of our customers who's from Kentucky talk to us. We've got people on the north side of Indianapolis that are talking about coming for this. So I'd love to see you at this class. We've got it available. You just need to sign up online, and we will contact you afterwards and make sure that we get all the information from you. As far as like things about lunch and so forth, we don't do that until the week before the class. But everything else, guys, we've got that available and ready to go, and you will be able to come into class, get that serger out and really learn it and see why all these decorative stitches could be just an amazing way for you to use it. And think about that table runner. Wouldn't that be a great thing to be able to use that pattern, because you're going to get the pattern. You have that, and you can use that for a wonderful Christmas present idea. So lots of stuff to do, lots of things here. Go to our calendar at theuniversityofsewing.com and take a look at the classes. There's a lot. There's also events on there so that you can see everything that's going on here right now. There is a lot, and we want you to be a part of it. So I hope that no matter where you are, you'll think about us for some of our classes, think about us for some of their purchases going forward. We have a lot of beautiful books in stock right now. I'm getting some more in, and I hope that you will enjoy what we've got to offer. And everybody, thank you for sharing our videos. We really appreciate it. And I hope that your Friday is as pretty where you're at as it is here. It's sunny. It's going to be 71 degrees. It's just going to be like a perfect day. So if you want to come and visit us, this would be a great day to do it. So everyone, have a super Friday, and we'll talk to you soon.